And welcome back to another leg on our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver,
And my name is Bruce Heller.
and we are here for one more week before we can start talking about the new season.
By the way, I just hit record and we're already laughing, so we're off to a great start.
Yes, it's wonderful. We're off. We have one more week of off-season content, and then we get to talk about season 37. How exciting, Bruce!
It's about time.
We've been doing this for a while without a new season, so we're ready.
For sure.
So, if you have not been tuning in to what's been going on over this extended amount of time, we've been doing January, which turned into February madness in the off season, as we didn't have time to do a whole nother rewatch after we finished season 7. So, we've been talking about people we've wanted to see on Amazing Race in bracket form. Basically, one of us would make a bracket full of people who the other one, for the most part, enjoys watching or just likes. For the most part, some of them were just people I knew. We did a couple brackets where we talked about the actual racers from the 2 seasons we rewatched, where we talked about which one of them we would want to see again. Then we went to celebrities that we wanted, or that we would want to see on The Amazing Race. We would dissect who they would run with and stuff like that. And last week and into this week, we are finishing February Madness up with fictional characters that we would like to see run the Amazing Race.
Yes.
And so this week I have created a bracket using the help of our unpaid AI intern, ChatGPT. Once again, ChatGPT did not come up with any names. They just gave me matchups based on the names that I put into the software. And like we've been doing, this is a guy's side and a girl's side, and that's what we're gonna roll with. So, Bruce, are you ready to dive into this week's bracket?
Yes. For sure.
Great, great. And just so you know, I did once again um, predict the whole bracket. So
Oh, I
we'll
did
see
not
how. No,
because
because
I don't
I've
know
done
what
it
the
every time.
names are.
What?
I did not predict the bracket because I don't know what the names are.
Well, you didn't even predict the bracket when it was my bracket last week.
Correct.
Anyway, with all of that being said, are we ready for the first matchup?
Yes.
All right, we got some heavy hitters breaking it out here. I don't know if I'd call them heavy hitters, but for the sake of this, we will. The first person on the men's side is Irving Du Bois from Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb's number one fan, Irving, is facing off versus Riverdale's second favorite dad, F.P. Jones.
Oh, that's hard. Not really. I love Irving, but FP wins rather easily.
Yeah, I did expect that. Do you want to elaborate any?
Um, FP is really cool. Irving's really cool, but I like FP better, and he'd be better content, I think.
Who are they going to run the race with? Both of them.
FP with his son Jughead, and
Okay.
Irving, I guess, with his annoying brother.
What's his
I don't
annoying
know.
brother's name? I don't even know.
Albert.
Huh?
Albert.
Albert.
I not that they get along super well, but I just can't think of who else to associate Irving with. So,
Oh, I didn't realize how old Albert was. I kind of forgot he existed, not gonna lie. All right, FP Jones takes matchup one. Now, this one I don't think is going to be close either. I tried to stay away from people who I thought were towards the high quality. Why are you typing? Why don't you just talk to me,
oh,
Bruce?
I was telling you that I was gonna get my ticket for the event we're going to on March 10th, but I didn't want to say it because that didn't feel relevant to our show right now.
March 10th.
Yeah,
Why are you waiting so long?
I have. I might do it today. I'm going grocery shopping today. I'll see how much I spend there, but I have car insurance next week that'll be over half my paycheck.
Gotcha. I was just thinking that you might not get the cheap price if you wait that long.
The early bird's already sold out. It's like the general admission $40 tickets right now.
Oh, that's tough. I got the early bird.
I got the early bird last time and you didn't.
Yeah.
The general admission takes a while to sell out, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I don't need to be afraid that I'll miss it or anything.
I mean, I would still buy it as soon as you can.
I might do it today. I'll see. This is why I was going to text you though, because I didn't need to do this on the show.
Well, the thing is, I record on my phone, so I can't
Yeah.
look at it right now.
Oh
So,
no, you weren't supposed to look at it right now. I just was afraid I'd forget to tell you.
oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't let fiction, and when you didn't put him on mine, I couldn't let fictional characters go by without the mention of this man. So
Yeah.
the next person on here is Doug Judy
Yeah. Nice.
from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, our favorite um, reoccurring character, the Pontiac Bandit himself, will be facing against Tim the Toolman Taylor's sidekick, Al Borland.
Oh, that's a good pull. I have a larger attachment to Home Improvement as a show because there's just more seasons of it, and I watched it with my parents in like middle and high school. I have every season on DVD, but I think I'm gonna go Doug Judy because he's funnier.
Okay. I thought you were about to take Al, and that was gonna blow my mind.
If you had said Tim the Toolman Taylor himself, that would have been a harder choice.
That's fair.
And I don't know who I would have picked in that. I do love Home Improvement, though. I have 8 seasons on DVD back home in St. Louis.
Why didn't you bring him with you? You
I
don't love it enough, evidently.
well, A, I didn't think about it, and B, even if I had, I probably wouldn't have felt like shifting through the DVD shelves in our basement that are like 3 rows deep
Fair.
because I don't know where they are on those shelves.
All right, so you took Doug Judy over Al Borland, but who are they going to be racing with?
I was with Tim Taylor, and I'll put Doug Judy with Jake Peralta. That makes sense.
That
They
makes
can
sense.
wear their tiger and toucan jumpsuits.
Yeah. I thought it was gonna blow my mind if you didn't choose Doug Judy because I'm literally like we literally have matching sweatshirts with Doug
Yeah.
Judy on them.
Yeah, no, I love Al. He's kind of boring compared to Doug Judy.
That's fair. Well, everybody's boring compared to Doug Judy.
Al's meant to be the straight man on Home Improvement and on Tool Time, which just doesn't translate to super funny or entertaining sometimes.
I don't know. I feel like he was. I feel like he was a
Like, he's a fun
funny
character.
character.
He's just a lot more sensible than most of the characters around him. Other
Fair.
than Wilson.
Okay, this one is going to be a little interesting.
Mm.
The first one, we're going back to the Brooklyn Nine-Nine world.
Wow.
Bill Hummertrout. Boom, boom.
Against?
Wait, I'm not, do you not know who Bill Hummertrout is?
It's not coming to me right now, but if you say the next person, I'll have enough time to look it up.
Well,
And
hang on. Bill Hummertrout is Charles Boyle's lookalike.
oh, that guy. Yeah.
You know, that's why I said Boom Boom, the Nutra Boom guy.
Oh, yeah. Fake Charles. Nice.
Yes.
I didn't know his last name was Hummer Trout, and I
Me
first
either until I looked it up, but I didn't think Bill would be enough to ring a bell for you either. So
I would have said Bill from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which still probably wouldn't have rung the bell, but
exactly, that's what I'm saying. And
oh
he
well.
will be facing against Only Murderers in the Building's Howard Morris.
Oh gosh.
Mr.
Howard.
Mr. Sevlin himself.
Howard's okay. I don't mind him as much as I did in the first season.
He's so funny, dude. I don't
He
know why did you hate him in the first season?
I didn't
Every
hate him. I just thought he was kind of annoying. But
every time that they were around that guy, it was such good content. When they went to his apartment and Steve Martin found his cat in the freezer and then the leg fell off and he put it in his pocket and started carrying it around forever.
yeah.
Or this season when he became the owner of Gravy the dog.
Yeah, I didn't hate him in the first season. I just found him kind of annoying. But I am gonna go with him because we get a lot more character from him than we do from Bill. Bill basically pops up for like one episode a season.
Yes, but we get a lot from Bill each of those times. It's like he's been through the ringer every time he comes back.
One of the later Halloween heist episodes, Bill's life just completely went to crap since his last appearance.
Pretty sure he became a stripper at one point.
Yeah, and one of the heists he dressed up as a handmaiden, which was kind of funny. And like all the handmaidens were circling the office, and one of them took a safe.
To be fair, this one, um, this whole bracket was both me trying to find people that you knew, but also trying to just choose chaotic people. Hello?
I'm here. Yeah, you're right.
That was the whole because you did that for me. I wanted to return the favor.
Nice.
The next one's not chaotic so much. A person who I wanted to do something High School Musical, but of course I'm not going to give you Troy Bolton or Chad Danforth or even Ryan Evans. I'm going to give you Zeke Baylor, Mr. Creme Brulee himself. You don't know who Zeke Baylor is either?
Oh, he is. Everyone knows who Zeke is. I didn't know that was his last name, but I
Oh, it
really
looked
didn't
like
know
you.
anything, to
It
be
looked
honest.
like you were trying to look it up.
Oh no,
Anyway,
I was typing a note on something before I forgot.
he's facing against Jake from State Farm,
Which one?
the original.
Okay, because there's a difference, and they've erased the original one from existence, and it's annoying.
I agree.
The guy they call Jake from State Farm right now should not be Jake from State Farm. That was a they erased the original one from existence, and the kids today have no idea.
They have no idea. You're right.
Even though the one now has a lot more personality and like character behind it, but that's besides the point because it doesn't agree with my stance.
I think they can both be Jake from State Farm, and that's okay. But I don't think they should have gotten completely erased the other one from existence.
They can both be named Jake, but the way they did it annoys me.
That's fair.
Um, and who's original Jake going up against?
Zeke from High School Musical, Mr. Creme Brulee himself.
I'm going with Zeke because I like to eat and I want him to cook food for me.
That's valid. That is completely and utterly valid. Who are these people running with? I'm very curious to know.
Um, Original Jake is running with new fake Jake from State Farm.
Oh, that's fair.
That won't confuse people at all.
Jake and Jake. Yeah.
Zeke, I will put with. Oh, what's his name from the basketball team? That's like Jason, I think is his name.
That's his name,
The
and
kid
that's
with
what
like
I
the
would have.
skater hair that's like over the top in the third movie.
That's what I would have done. Over the top. What do you mean?
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. It's I was
You're thinking
combining two characters. Who is it in the third movie that's like Troy
the
Stan?
Rocket,
Yeah, The
the
Rocket.
Rocket, the
I
Rocket
combined
Man.
them in my head. Jason is who I meant. The Rocket popped into my head for some reason. Oh my gosh. Him
I
singing
just
Troy's song in the musical in the third movie is fantastic.
incredible. But I just realized we did not disclose who is Bill Hummertrout going to run this race with,
Charles,
and what about Howard Morris,
his cat.
Sevlin.
What kind of name is that?
It's Evelyn the Seventh.
Oh.
So far, I'm 4 for 4. By the way.
Oh, darn.
Okay, the next one. We're going to the realm of iCarly
Oh boy.
with Tebow.
I thought you were gonna give me Neville for some reason.
Gosh, no. I would never subject you to such things.
Neville versus Colton from Survivor.
That's gross.
Pair them
Tebow,
together.
Tebow is up against the heavy hitter himself, Ranjit Singh, the taxi driver on How I Met Your Mother.
Again, Ranjit has a last name. I'm learning all sorts of things about these people.
Yes.
Um, it's Ranjit and who again?
Tebow.
I'll go with Tebow. I love Ranjit, but Tebow's funnier.
Oh my gosh. That's the first one I've gotten wrong so far. I really thought you were going to pick Ranjit because of your love for How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like How I Met Your Mother better as a show, but Tebow's a funnier character. We get more of him.
I argue that Ranjit is pretty funny,
I
but
didn't say Ranjit wasn't funny. I said Tebow was funnier.
okay. I digress. I really thought you were going to pick Ranjit. Anyway,
You bragged about being undefeated and then lost the very next one.
I did not brag. I just let you know. My next one, Mr. Erwin Sikowitz
Nice.
from Victorious versus Big Bang Theory's Howard Wolowitz.
Oh, Psychowitz, easily. Psychowitz is funny and he's random and you just never know what's going to happen. And like Howard's a fun character, but he's like of the original gang from Big Bang Theory, probably my least favorite. So,
Well, that's what's the thing. I couldn't give you Leonard or Sheldon.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, or that might be a runaway.
But yeah.
So who's Sikowitz gonna run with?
Spencer Shea.
Spencer and Sikowitz on The Amazing Race? Oh my
They
god,
have met each other.
that's scary. That's not even the same show. Why would they run together?
They've met each other in the crossover episode.
But why would he run with somebody who he's met one time?
Because I want him to.
Okay. Howard, who's Howard gonna run with?
Probably Raj.
I would have said Bernadette, but
I know, but I like Raj better.
that's fair. By the way, who's Tebow gonna run with? If Spencer's running with Sikowitz,
Um, I don't know.
yeah, you did this. Out of all the unhinged characters on Victorious you could have picked, you went with Spencer.
No regrets.
Maybe you should because you could have done something even worse. You could have put Psychowitz with Sinjin
Well, no regrets. I'm not changing anything. The kids
or
are taking to think about Tebow.
or Rex the dummy.
I've got it.
Okay, who's Tebow running with?
Tebow and Guppy.
Yes, I love Guppy.
Happy birthday.
And what about Ron G? Who would he run with?
No, he's driving. Um, hmm. Barney, I guess.
Okay. All right. This one is a Disney Channel battle. We have the Mr. Marion Mosby facing Baljeet Jinder.
Oh, I hate that.
That
I'm imagining them interacting, and it's fantastic.
would be great. It'd be great TV.
This is going to come down to the partners because Baljeet would be running with Buford, and I
Yeah.
don't know who Mosby runs with necessarily.
Mr. Tipton, Emma Tutwiler.
I would say London Tipton probably. We get a lot of scenes of those two.
The Prindle.
I think
Mm,
I'm gonna
or,
go with Baljeet because with Baljeet comes Buford, and the combination of them is fantastic.
you know what? I anticipated that. But I do appreciate the thought and concern that went into this decision.
I put a lot of thought into everything I say.
No, that's definitely not true.
True. I did call myself goof earlier when we were texting yesterday instead of good.
Yes, but which was true.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. In the last one on the men's side, we have Stan the dog. Dog
Dog
with a
with the
blog.
blog was not something I expected to be referenced today.
Stan the dog versus Stitch.
Oh gosh, I Stitch, I guess, because he brings more chaos.
And I did not do that on purpose. The two non-humans were put together by the AI intern.
The AI did that so that one of the non-humans had to lose. He's rigging it against the non-humans.
But that also means one of the non-humans had to win.
True, but if he hadn't put them against each other, they both would have had a shot at winning.
But he could have put them against people who wouldn't have given them a shot.
AI intern hates non-humans.
The AI intern is non-human.
That's what
So
it
he hates
looks like.
himself. So he hates himself.
Well, maybe.
All right, Stitch
Stitch
got.
brings a ton of chaos, and I'm here for that.
I actually predicted that you were going to pick Stitch.
I'm here for him like knocking over the Leaning Tower of Pisa or whatever chaos he's gonna bring.
And so who's Stitch going to run with?
Probably Lilo. I don't know. I haven't watched that show in forever.
And what about Stan the dog?
Oh, G. Hanelius's character. What's her name?
Avery.
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
That's fair. Even though I think the better combination for TV content would be Chloe.
Fair enough. Again, I haven't watched the show in forever, so
I feel like she's a lot more chaotic.
yeah.
Believe it or not, Stan the dog wasn't even like one of the last people I chose.
You know, the guy that voices Stan the dog is the guy that played Ash on I'm in the Band.
Oh, well, I'm in the band is not something I expected to be referenced in this
I liked
episode.
that show when it was on, and I don't know how many other kids did, but I was down with that show.
I like that show.
I need to see if it's on Disney Plus.
I'm sure it is. Um, but actually, Stan the dog made the list before Baljeet.
That's wild.
Yeah. To be fair, I was trying to not double up, and Irving was my first choice out of everything.
That's fair. Irving's awesome. Little creepy, but awesome.
Yes. All right, and to the women's side, okay, I went 7 for 8, with my only miss being Ranjit and Tebow's matchup. Anyway,
I'm in the band not on Disney Plus, by the way. I searched it and nothing came up.
well, that's stupid. Hang on.
Pair of Kings is, though, which is like my favorite Disney XD show all time.
Hang on. Oh, you can watch it for 99 cents on Apple TV.
I'm good. I don't need to buy another streaming service.
Okay, to the women's side. But Apple TV is the only place you can watch I'm in the Band. Fun fact.
Weird.
To the women's side, the first matchup is Maxine Russo,
Good
played,
pull.
played by Bailey Madison. We love Bailey Madison.
hmm
Um, versus Kimmy Gibbler.
I've seen like th maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Full House, so I'm gonna go
Ever?
Maxine pretty easily here.
Really?
Yeah,
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
I'm offended.
Well, that's just the catchphrase of today's day and age. A lot of people are offended about everything.
You know that Full House is my favorite, and you've never told me this.
No, I have before.
You've never told me this.
I have. When you were visiting school one time while I was there, you were talking about Full House, and I said I've seen like 2 or 3 episodes of it, and you act all offended then too.
I think that is valid.
It might be valid. That doesn't change the fact that I've said it before.
I really don't remember that.
Nice to know you are listening when I tell you things.
Well, to be fair, when you tell me that
My
you
mom is
haven't,
rolling her eyes at me saying that if she's listening slash watching this, because I'm
um,
not a great listener occasionally.
that's fair.
So
But
I've been told. I don't believe it, but
I just, I mean, it also helps prove the fact that I just tried to start talking like 3 or 4 times, and you just keep
well, funny stuff comes
interrupting.
into my head, so I say
um, but what I was gonna say was this is just me um hearing that you don't watch my favorite show and like repressing the memory. You having fun there?
it. Yeah, and that's a fair memory to repress, honestly.
Yeah, for real. So Maxine won.
Yes, but also because Bailey Madison plays that part really well, and it's very funny.
Definitely. So who is Maxine Russo gonna run the race with?
Hmm. They have magic, therefore they can create like not clones, but like a copy. So she's gonna run with Max. They're gonna conjure up a Max for Maxine to run with.
I knew you were gonna say that.
How did you know I was gonna say that? That's such a dumb off the wall answer.
You're just that predictable, I guess.
A lot of words have been used to describe me. I don't think predictable has ever been one of them.
There's a verse for everything.
Fair enough.
Gimme Gibbler, who's she gonna run with?
She's not because she lost.
It's not how we've been playing this game the whole time.
I know. I'm trying to think. I don't know the show very well. I guess DJ.
I mean that would be the easy answer. You could
Okay.
also reference Fuller House and say she's going to run with Jimmy Gibbler, her brother. Reference Full House and say she's going to run with Garth, her brother that's never been mentioned again, or her boyfriend who doesn't say anything named Dwayne.
Huh.
Um, there's a lot of things you could if you actually know the show, but since you don't, DJ's a fair answer. The next one we have from Riverdale, Josie McCoy.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I'm not going to give you Veronica Lodge or Betty Cooper or Cheryl Blossom.
Fair enough.
That'd be a runaway.
That's fair.
Versus Lab Rats Bree Davenport.
Bree,
Do you want to elaborate or
I like her better.
that's all you got?
No, I don't. I mean, I do like the character better. I've watched Lab Rats more times. I grew up on it, so it just it makes sense. And her super speed can help get challenges done a lot quicker.
On the women's side so far, I'm doing way worse.
Good.
I'm 0 for 2. Who is Bree going to run this race with?
Just for the dysfunction and chaos factor, I'm gonna put her with her brother Chase,
With Chase. Okay.
and they're gonna argue the whole time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And what about Josie?
Her mom,
Sierra McCoy.
that just kind of disappears from the show once Archie's mom becomes a regular character.
Yeah.
Because even after McCoy stops being mayor, she's like the attorney everyone uses in court all the time. And once Archie's mom comes to town as an attorney, she's everyone's attorney now.
Right. Okay, the next matchup is also from Riverdale, Ethel Muggs. You don't like Ethel?
Not entirely.
Why?
Well, kind of gargoyle king
Okay, you
slash
can't
farm
judge
related stuff.
anybody off their griffins and gargoyles, except for
Griffins and
Penelope.
gargoyles and farm. She's been kind of awful to Betty over this few seasons I've watched lately.
But she's also just been brainwashed
Well,
both times.
don't get brainwashed and you can win a and you'll more likely win a matchup in my tournament. Who's she going up against? Maybe she'll win anyway.
Kelsey Nielsen from High School Musical.
Oh, see, Ethel wasn't gonna win that anyway. Even if I wasn't holding her awful, even if I wasn't holding the bad things she did against her, which Kevin thinks is unfair to hold people's bad actions against them. Kelsey's awesome. I love her as a character. She seems so sweet. She's in this for sure. You
Well,
made a face. Are you objecting to something I said?
yeah, yes, I am, and you know exactly why. Because you're trying to put words into my mouth again.
I do that on this show, and then outside of this show, I generally just take things you've actually said out of context.
Yeah,
It's more, I'm more aggressive with it on this show, and I actually put words in your mouth.
that's true. I'm 0 for 3 on the women's side. This is terrible.
I feel like you should have known I would pick Kelsey in that one.
Well, I guess I thought I well for one, I feel just like Kelsey is kind of minor.
I mean, she is, but Ethel is also.
Yes, but also you're currently watching Riverdale. So, I guess I was putting more stake
Yeah.
uh into the recency
I
bias.
mean, High School Musical, those movies came out, I think, 06, 07, and the third one would have been 08. I was 6, 7, and 8 years old. Like, those are formative years. I grew up on those characters.
Right, but like I said, I was putting more stock in recency bias than I should have. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
I was listening to you explain why you were wrong for the third matchup in a row.
Yeah, but then you didn't say anything, so I didn't know.
Because you
Uh,
stink at predicting things.
as I go
Grr.
7 for 8 on the guy's side,
Well, that's not. We're not on the guy's side.
but you didn't specify only women.
Mm, okay.
The next matchup, Eddie Janko from Blue Bloods faced up against Gloria Delgado Pritchett.
Ooh, I like both of these characters. And Gloria running with Jay Pritchett would be awesome, but Eddie running with Jamie Reagan would also be great. I'm gonna go with Gloria and Jay for the funny factor, but that's one of the closer ones so far.
I actually got one right, everybody.
Wow, there's a first time for everything.
Wow, I know. Okay, we forgot it on the previous one. Who was Ethel going to run with?
I don't know. Who are Ethel's friends?
You're the one watching right now.
And
You
I'm
should know
still
this.
confused.
Ben Button, he's dead.
So is her other friend, Dilton Doily,
Dilton
the guy that
Doily.
owns the bunker.
Jughead.
Sure, she's kind of weirdly obsessed with him. We'll go with that one.
And who is Kelsey running with?
Ryan Evans.
I expected that.
Really? Because I didn't know what I was going to say until I said it.
Okay, the next matchup. Somebody that shares a last name with you.
Okay.
Uma Heller from Only Murders in the Building.
Okay.
Best
Oh, I think
best
I know who that is.
best friend of Bunny Folger.
Yeah, that lady. I didn't know that was her last name. I knew she had one, unlike some of these people, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah, it's Heller. Uma Heller. Maybe you're related.
I hope not.
Why? She's hilarious,
She's so cranky.
but so funny.
Fair.
Versus Hannah Montana's Lily Truscott.
Oh, Lily's way more fun. I'm gonna go with her. I'd much rather watch her than Uma complain about everything in every country we go to.
I got another one wrong. I think Uma would be hilarious to watch.
She would be. I just think Lily would be more funnier.
So who's Uma running with?
Bunny.
She's dead.
Well, they're filming this season before she dies.
No, it's too late. She's already dead.
Bunny's corpse.
No,
She literally has one friend in the show. I don't know who else to say.
I don't. I don't think she has one friend because if you think about it, when Bunny died, all those people from the apartment building would gather together in Bunny's apartment, and it wasn't just Uma.
No, I meant Uma has one friend.
I know, but Uma has those other friends too.
Oh, well, I still don't know who to pick here.
Okay, what about Lily?
Miley
I figured.
or Oliver, one of those two.
All
Either
right,
one
then
works.
this next one's kind of an unhinged matchup.
Yeah, I love Unhinged.
Not so much in the first part, but kind of. Loretta Durkin from Only Murders in the Building,
Yeah.
but her matchup is unhinged. Charlotte Harris, aka Andre's grandma.
Oh my gosh. Loretta is Meryl Streep, right?
Yeah.
That would be the logical choice. I'm not a very logical person. So Andre's grandma is going to advance here, and they're gonna go home first. But her and Andre are gonna advance here for the purposes of the meet and for my entertainment.
Okay, so you know that video we watched on New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
I showed that to my mom the other day.
Oh, jeez. I enjoyed
Andre!
watching our friend Tanner watch that video, who hadn't seen it
Andre,
before.
there's a helicopter in my bathroom, in my kitchen.
That's fair. Yeah, that's funny.
So good. So good. I love Charlotte Harris. I did not know that was her name.
I did not either. I didn't know she had a name.
Well, that's what research does for you. All right. Next, we have Gina Linetti
Yeah.
versus Victoria from How I Met Your Mother, who does not have a last name.
Well, she doesn't need one because she's not advancing here.
Yeah.
Gina's unhinged. Gina's hilarious. She's running it with Jake, and they're gonna do great. And Chelsea Peretti and Andy Samberg have actually known each other in real life since they were growing up too. So yeah,
I kind of expected you to pick Victoria here.
yeah, but like Victoria was justified in everything she did. But I like Ted and Robin as a relationship and a friendship. So her like whole ultimatum of it's me or Robin, I just wasn't. I get it. She was justified, but I'm not gonna side with her on that one.
I also think she was the most attractive person on the show.
I'd have to think about that. The eventual wife and mother, Tracy, is up there.
I'll still take Victoria.
That's a different podcast.
It is. In the final matchup here, we have Little Susie Johnson
Oh gosh,
from Phineas and Ferb,
Buford's worst nightmare.
Buford's Worst Nightmare, versus Miss Emma Tutwiler.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll go Tutwiler. She's funny. She's likable. She's smart. She'd do well on this show.
You don't want to watch Little Susie Johnson run?
Well, I had to pick one of them. I'd like to see them both, but
By the way, I just really have been lacking here. Who was Loretta Durkin gonna run with?
Oliver,
Who is Victoria gonna run with?
Robin,
Oh, that would be interesting.
right?
Who's Little Susie Johnson gonna run with?
Her brother Jeremy.
And who is Miss Tutwiler gonna run with?
I have to think about this for a second because Mosby's already in it on the men's side, paired with London.
Yeah,
So the actor who played the character is no longer with us. So I don't know if
Kirby. Are you talking about Kirby?
I was gonna go with Kirby, the ship's security guard. I don't know if Kirby can run though, because his actor is no longer with us.
Yeah, I would say no.
That's really the only thing that came to my mind. So I'm gonna stick with Kirby.
Okay. Yikes! I only went 3 of 8 on the women's side,
Bravo!
but my women's side winner is still in it. So take that as you will.
Challenge accepted.
Back to the men's side. Back to the men's side here. But just a reminder as to where we are. Left, we have 16 people, 8 men: FP Jones, Tebow, Stitch, Howard Morris, Erwin Sikowitz, Doug Judy, Baljit Jinder, and Zeke Baylor. On the women's side, we have left Kelsey Nielsen, Lily Trescott, Bree Davenport, Emma Tutwiler, Charlotte Harris, Maxine Russo, Gloria Delgado Pritchett, Gina Linetti, and Lily Trescott. What a fun! What a sweet 16. All of that to say, the first matchup here in this round, into the Sweet 16. What?
In light of our recent Kirby decision, I would like to put that if FP Jones's son Jughead is not available to run with him, FP will be running with Fred Andrews.
Fred Andrews dead.
Never mind, the character is also dead with that one, so that's
Yes.
the same thing as Kirby. I withdraw. Jughead is not allowed to be unavailable. So let it be said, so let it be done. I have spoken.
Oh my gosh.
FP and Fred would have been incredible, though.
Great. It would have been great. I agree. But that being said, here we have FP Jones lining up against the formidable Doug Judy.
Oh, I don't like this very much. They both won their first round matchups really easily. And I like both of them a lot.
Yeah,
I also just realized I have Jake Peralta paired with two different people that are still alive in this bracket. So,
that's true. I didn't think about that. That's your
oh
fault.
well. If they both make it to the final, we'll see. And then he'll just run with the winner. I'm
And
going
then
to
it'll
go
just
with
be a
Judy here, but man, that's hard.
who are you going with?
Judy,
Doug Judy takes it.
that was hard.
That might have been the hardest matchup yet. And I I think it goes without saying that that is acceptable as to why that was difficult.
Did you predict that one right?
I did.
Darn.
All right. The next matchup here we have Howard Morris, the father of Sevlin and Gravy, versus Zeke Baylor.
Howard's like we get more from him. He's he gets more character development than Zeke does. But I like the franchise Zeke is from a little bit better. So this is hard.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to go with the characters themselves. So I'm gonna say Howard just because there's more to work with.
I
Him
was
and his
gonna
cat
say
move on.
we're not doing a show and movie bracket. We're doing a character bracket.
Exactly. Howard and his cat move on.
Howard and his cat move on.
I
Okay.
really wanted chaos. I could have paired him with what's his name? The bird from the season Bunny got killed.
Mrs. Gambellini.
Yeah. She ends up with Howard at some point, I think.
No, she lives with uh, Charles.
Oh, that's right. Oh
Mm.
well. I still kind of want to pair Howard with the bird because the bird cusses sometimes.
And that brings me back to one of my favorite scenes from that show of all time, which is when they're trying to get the bird to tell them who killed Bunny, and Oliver and Charles go, Mrs. Gam. You got to talk to her like Bunny, Mrs. Gambellini. Why the am I dead? I quote that all the time. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
um. Okay, the next one here. A couple of very interesting characters in Tebow
Yes.
facing off against Erwin Sikowitz.
Sikowitz and Spencer move on. Just barely.
You for saying just barely, you didn't really even think about it.
I don't think very often.
That is a direct contradiction to the statement you made at the beginning of this
I
episode. That
was
was,
hoping you wouldn't remember that.
I think about before I say everything.
That's
Both
also
of those
true.
things cannot be true because you talk too much for you to not think often and think about everything. It doesn't work.
It works because I say so.
No, it still doesn't work.
Well, I say it does.
Well, good thing you are not the ruling authority
Not yet.
or ever, Lord willing.
World domination might be in my plans.
Good thing most of your plans don't work out.
Ouch.
Well, what do you want me to say to that?
That you're rooting for me and that you're encouraging me.
I'm not going to encourage you towards world domination. Absolutely not.
That's a great quote out of context.
I'm not going to encourage you towards world domination.
Oh my god.
This is your fault, okay? Hey, that might be a good.
You're on a roll because last time we recorded a roundtable talk, you said the phrase "Bravo fans are gonna hate us." So you're on a roll
Yeah,
with funny quotes.
it's true.
I don't care if the Bravo fans hate us.
Well, maybe you should.
They'll hate watch.
Hey,
They'll still do
I
numbers.
need you to share that video with me, by the way.
Okay. I forgot to put it on the drive. I'm uploading it to our platforms this afternoon.
Okay, and then I'll be able to make some posts out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, the last Sweet 16 matchup on the women's side, on the men's side, I mean, we have Baljeet versus Stitch.
Ooh. I like Stitch and the chaos he brings, but Baljeet and Buford move on here. Their dynamic is too iconic to be squelched by a mere Stitch.
That that quote, I can clip that quote.
Did I just invent a word?
No,
Is squelched a word?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Let me see. Squelched. Squelch.
Did I use
Make
it
a
correctly?
that is oh my okay. Forcefully silence or suppress. Okay,
I
that's
used
better.
it correctly.
The first definition that it gave me
Make a
was
soft
make a
sucking
soft
sound
sucking
such as
sound such
that
as
made
that
by
made by
walking
walking
heavily through
heavily
mud.
through mud. But then it said forcefully silence or suppress.
Yes, I not only used a big word, but I used it correctly.
But guess what? I went 4 for 4.
Well, it's only one syllable. I guess not a big word, but uncommon word.
Yeah,
Well, congratulations.
thanks. I know you don't mean that. And over to the women's side, we have Maxine Rousseau versus Brie Davenport.
Ooh, this is hard because Max and Maxine are gonna be a hilarious combination, but
Incredible.
Bree and Chase are also.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
question is, do I want funny and unhinged or dysfunctional and arguing?
Which could also lead to funny and unhinged.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Maxine and Max, but barely.
All right. See, Maxine Russo is not somebody that I expected to be in the Elite Eight.
You
Just say,
also thought Ethel Muggs was gonna get out of the first round, and I don't feel like there was much of a chance that was happening.
okay, you're like you're weird because I
Because
feel like a lot of Riverdale fans would not have so much hate for Ethel like you do.
I don't have hate for her, I just don't have a ton of love for her either. I'm just kind of indifferent.
That's not how it sounded when you were explaining
Well,
your feelings
I
about
had
Ethel.
to have some reasoning, but
No, but
also
like when I literally had to defend her.
yeah, because you don't want me to hold the bad things she did against her.
I feel like you have a little bit of hate towards her. And I'm not talking about
Like the
like
things
hate
she
in your
did, I
heart.
guess, but
I'm not talking about like hate in your heart. I'm talking about like you're hating on her. You're saying bad things about her. I mean like negative things about her.
I feel like what I said was fair.
And I feel like what I said was fair. So
Yes, you don't want me to hold her actions against her because she was brainwashed.
yeah, kinda.
Well, don't get brainwashed.
Because I'm that's totally she did it on purpose, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, but you joined the cult. You didn't have to do that. You chose to do that.
Well, I whatever. The thing is with Ethel, And I'm not. I don't need to get in a whole diatribe about people's insecurities and past traumas and things. But there's a lot more that goes into it than just a simple yes or no question. Do you want to join a cult?
Fair enough. That's very Philip Pendulous of you.
I don't know what that word means.
Degree of usefulness. It's a very useful thing that you just said that made me think.
Did it actually make you think?
Little bit, yeah. I
Okay.
also have Google in front of me and I typed in random big words because I wanted to use one of them.
I was gonna say, there's no way that you knew that on the whim. Like,
Philip Pendulous.
I thought, yeah, okay, whatever. Next matchup is Kelsey Nielsen versus Gloria Delgado Pritchett.
Huh. Kelsey and Ryan would make a great duo, but I'm gonna go with Gloria and Jay here.
Okay, why?
Funny, they have a great relationship dynamic. They work together well. I think they're gonna do well.
As long as he doesn't have like a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
All right, the next one is Lily Truscott versus Charlotte Harris.
The meme was funny, but I'm gonna go with Lily and Oliver here.
That's fine. I had Uma getting here.
That's fun. That's fair. She's funny.
But also, to be fair, I had it as Uma versus Charlotte Harris. So
Yeah.
talk about an unhinged combination of players.
Pair them together.
Gina Linetti versus Miss Emma Tutwiler.
Hmm. Gina and Jake versus Tutwiler and Kirby. Um, Gina and Jake, just because I think the team chemistry is going to be better.
Okay. So I'm down to only having one person uh, left on the women's side. I had Tutwiler, but I also had Tutwiler because I had her going against Victoria, not against Gina.
There.
I feel like that could have changed my answer.
Yeah.
And so we're down to our elite eight. The last eight people are Doug Judy, Gina Linetti, Erwin Sikowitz, Maxine Russo, Baljeet Jinder, Gloria Delgado Pritchett, Howard Morris, and Lily Truscott.
Yes.
How do you feel about this eight people?
I think we need a concert at the finale of this season from the Baljeetal.
From the Baljeetals. You don't want the Finadroids and Furbots there?
Honestly, that wouldn't have even been Phineas and the Furtones would have been the next band I go to, but
Love
Baljeet's in this
Handle?
bracket, so
Love Handle?
Baljeet's in this bracket. I have to go with the Baljeetals.
Right, but if Baljeet's in the finale, he's not going to be able to perform.
What
So
if
why don't
he's
we just
not
get
in the
Love
finale?
Handle?
No, they can play the after party once the finale's done filming and Baljeet has crossed the finish line. His band can perform.
You think he's going to be in the mood to sing?
Yes,
I doubt it, but okay.
money, whatever CBS pays him will motivate him.
If you say so. Okay, Doug Judy versus Howard Morris.
Judy,
I feel like that was not difficult for you.
it wasn't.
You acted like it was, though.
Did I? I answered really quickly.
But you went, ugh.
Yeah, I just moved my head a little bit. Guys, Kevin says I'm not allowed to move my head.
Yep, that's what I said.
I just stay completely stiff all the time.
That's right. You're already failing.
Not the first thing I failed at, probably not the last.
Definitely won't be the last. Erwin Sikowitz or Baljeet?
Oh, this is hard. These are my two favorite teams. It's Baljeet and Buford versus Sikowitz and Spencer.
Yeah.
Baljeet and Buford. The bond is just too iconic. Their dynamic is great.
So my final four on this side is still intact.
Nice.
Next, we have Maxine Russo versus Gloria Delgado Pritchett.
Hmm. I love Gloria and Sofia Vergara. I love Jay and Ed O'Neill. I'm gonna go with Maxine here.
Oh my gosh.
Is your women's side winner still in it? At one point, you said your women's winner was still alive.
That was Gloria.
Oh, that's fair. Almost.
The fact that Maxine Russo made it to the final four is ridiculous.
It's so funny.
I did not pick her with this in mind.
Again, I'm a little bit unpredictable.
Oh my gosh. Lily Truscott versus Gina Linetti.
Again, I'm gonna go. This is hard. I thought I had an answer, but I'm thinking again.
Uh-oh. We better call the paramedics. He's thinking again.
You can see the smoke coming out of my ears.
And he just made that joke so that I couldn't, just so everybody knows.
Because I'm funnier and I think of jokes quickly.
No, that's not why. Because you didn't want me to get the credit for saying that.
That too. It's twofold.
Well, I think I just found your still for the thumbnail.
Yeah, if I can find this spot in the video. But I'm gonna go with Lily and Oliver.
Interesting. Looks like we're gonna have a Disney battle on the women's side of this bracket. three, three out of the four people in the final four are Disney,
Yeah.
and so that takes our final four down to Doug, Judy, Baljeet, Lily, and Maxine. And so I'm gonna ask you, Bruce,
Yes.
Maxine Russo or Lily Truscott, who wins the women's side of this bracket?
Hmm. A character that was a main character on every season of one of my favorite Disney shows growing up, one of the most iconic shows Disney Channel's ever made, or a character that was on
One
probably my
episode
favorite Disney Channel show,
for
but
one
was on
episode.
for like 8 episodes, maybe.
8 episodes? It was that many?
I'm gonna look it up, but the fact that these two are being compared to each other is fantastic. Um, there's benefits to both. I'm going to keep the meme going though and say Maxine. 6 episodes.
More than I thought. I thought it was just the one for some reason.
Oh no, it was like a whole arc because I couldn't figure out how to switch her back into Max.
That's right. It's been a while. It's been a while.
I'm gonna keep the meme going and keep Bailey Madison alive in this bracket and pick Maxine to go to the final.
Wow. Okay, Maxine Russo. Look behind
Partly
the
because
curtain.
she's paired with Max though, and the two of them together will be great.
A peek behind the curtain tells us that Maxine Russo was the first girl I picked for this bracket.
That's incredible.
That when I made that pick, I had no expectation for it to go anywhere, let alone take the women's side.
It's so dumb, but it's so funny. Just like me.
Yeah, dumb.
And
And so that leaves us with, I think, the more difficult decision here. Doug Judy or Baljeet for the men's.
Buford and Baljeet.
Baljeet wins.
Yeah, him and Buford are going on to the finals.
I did not think you were going to be able to make the decision that quick.
Again, their bond is just too iconic. It's one of the most well-known Disney Channel cartoon relationships.
But this is about you. And once
No,
you
I love them. Their dynamic is hilarious together.
and you don't love Doug Judy,
No, this is not about him. It's about Baljeet and Buford.
but it's also about Doug Judy.
I have to pick you.
I know you have to pick.
Yeah, I made my choice. That's nothing against Doug Judy. It's all just in favor of Baljeet and Buford and the Baljeetles.
Man, I had Doug Judy versus Baljeet as the final matchup on the men's side, but I picked the wrong winner.
Hmm.
I had Doug Judy beating Baljeet.
Well, how dare you?
I know. I just thought you had more reverence for Doug Judy, I guess.
I love Doug Judy, but it's Baljeet and Buford.
Yeah, but you don't have a sweatshirt with Baljeet's face on it.
I should.
But you don't.
I might try to change that in the coming months.
But you don't. That's the point.
Fair.
You still don't at this current moment.
No, I'm just looking to see if there is one.
Oh, there definitely is one. You might have to go Etsy like we did with our Doug Judy and Jake Peralta ones, but
those weren't Etsy. Those were Redbubble.
Redbubble, okay. Etsy, Redbubble, it's the same type of thing. All right. We need an ultimate winner here. Baljeet versus Maxine Russo.
That is a great combination of names.
Wow.
Not what you saw coming.
No, not at all.
I'm going to go with Baljeet and Buford.
There you have it, folks. Baljeet wins the bracket, which is interesting because Buford made my Final Four last week.
Even though he tried to get rid of the Earth's atmosphere in one episode, I still love Baljeet.
Yes, we love Baljeet. Baljeet wins.
So there's not one with both of them on it, but if you see here, there's this sweatshirt with a picture of Baljeet standing up that has the word Baljeet under it. So that's cool.
Fancy.
So,
dude, I literally found one. Okay, no, hang on. Hang on. I just found something on Redbubble.
Okay. Oh, that's great. I saw that as a sticker. This is great for our audio audience, by the way.
Buford sitting on Baljeet. Oh my god. Okay, I was almost going to show you another one. Okay, I'll show it to you anyway, but that's weird. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
That's making an implication that we don't need to make.
There's that same one of Buford sitting on Baljeet.
Yeah.
Over. There's that many times over.
That's fantastic.
Oh, another one, a different one.
Do we need to search through all these on the show?
Sure, why not?
Huh. Nice.
Okay. I'm done now. Okay, Baljeet wins over Maxine Russo here in the fictional fictional characters February madness. That is not what I predicted at all. I had Doug Judy beating Gloria Delgado Pritchett with the other Final Fours being Baljeet and Uma Heller. Um, and that's a wrap for our off-season coverage. The next time you hear or see from us as Pitstop Pals, we will be here pre-hyping you up for a new season of The Amazing Race.
Yes, can't wait.
Absolutely, it's going to be incredible. Um, all of that to say, check out the other Reality Realm um, shows that we got going on over here at the Reality Realm Network. Tribal Council Chat just the other day, Saturday, was the drop of our annual draft for season 48, where I am looking to three-peat. But we
Nah.
welcomed a couple of new drafters to the show for that, with Heather Heller and Steve Parnell participating alongside me, Brett, and Bruce. So check out Tribal Council Chat for all of your Survivor coverage as we head into season 48 of that. Check out Roundtable Talk as we wind up our season 3 Traders coverage. We have just 2 more weeks left over there with the current season of Traders, and it is
Sad.
wild. Sad, but wild.
Yeah, Kevin thinks Bravo fans are gonna hate us because of Round Table Talk. So go listen to that to find out why.
Yeah, absolutely. And also check out New Generation Challenge podcast, where Brett and TT are over there breaking down Challenge All Stars 5 Rivals right now. I am behind on my watching of Rivals. I've only seen episode 1, so I have not. I've not caught up on what's going on over there, but they got some good stuff going for you.
They
Also
do.
check out Reality Realm Podcast Network on TikTok now. We are going to be posting clips of our episodes for our different shows, so make sure you check out what we got for you over there for some good moments of strategy, some good moments of recaps, some good moments of hilarity. All of that can be found at Reality Realm Network Podcast on TikTok. And with that being said, check out our Redbubble merch store as well. But with all of that being said, the world is waiting for you. Good luck.
Don't travel safe. Wait, travel safe. Sorry, I confused it with don't get murdered.
Go.
Go!